overlaying any image. So I have this image, let me show you. This is a site plan for a colony being developed by a colonizer, approved by the Development Authority. We can see that there are two buildings which have been approved. One is this tower. This is G+5. The second tower is this one, and then this is the second block. This is G+7. This is ground floor +6, and then you have some water tanks below, 5 water tanks which are underground, and there is something called future expansion. For overlaying, let's import this file into our Google Earth. To do that, you have to go to add, then there is this image overlay. Before doing that, let's go and let's find out first the site. So we are getting this. This is fine. Let's go. Okay, so this is the site, right? These are the 4 towers. In fact, we can see how many ground plus upper floors are there, but we will not go into that. Let's just overlay that image. For overlaying, you can overlay from here, add image overlay. Let's open it. So we'll keep it like this. Right. Now we will change the opacity to see the underlying structures. Just look at from the top. Okay. Now we can move it by pulling it from these green symbols. We'll have to turn it a little. You can turn it from here. Right, I think this is fine. Seeing that more broadly, we can see that there was supposed to be a future expansion at this particular place. Let me just show you. So as per the plan approved, this is the approved plan. They had written future expansion. This would be an area of interest to see whether this future expansion has already been, and we can see that some construction is already going on, whether it has been approved appropriately and is within the floor area ratio or not. And then we can also see that if there are any structures which are built which were not part of the approved plan. So this is something, of course, once you see an anomaly in the overlay process, it has to be verified on the site. Basically go back in time to see if, so this is 2014, image from 2014, and you can see that there was no construction, and as you go in 2018, you can see that some construction has already begun. In fact, you can also see that on the area where it is future expansion is written has already started in 2018, and you can see some structures have already come up there in the future expansion. So it needs to be seen that the floor area ratio norms are maintained appropriately, and this is March 2022, and you can see at the bottom the date of the image. You can, and then of course you can see the overlay. So this is an interesting area where our department has not, of course this is an area which is difficult to audit, but if we use this process, we will find all these plans available in the department, and they can be overlaid on Google Images, and it can be compared with the plan whether those plans are being followed while constructing. It goes without saying that we can also measure the areas and distances if there is a deviation. A polygon to measure the area of this particular building, if we can go get closer to it, and then simply using this tool we will basically find out the area of this structure, which we find that it has not been approved, and right, and to see the measurement we can also change the color. Color could be red because we want to show, and then you can decrease the opacity to 20%. Measurements, this is the perimeter in area if we can do it in square meters. So this is an 2354 square meter area, or in feet this is 25,335 feet of area, and if we can find out with the inspection that how many floors are there, then we can calculate the overall floors which have been built here. So this is how we can also measure. Then of course we can also measure the length of particular sections. For example, if we have to calculate the length for this particular building, we simply click, this is a path, and from here to here, so you can make this particular line red. You can choose the color, you can increase the width, so now you can see this. And if we go into measurements, this is in meters, this is 61.6 meters, in centimeters, in feet 202 feet. So this is how you can calculate the length